Hello, and welcome to the Scooby Zone, the podcast where I'm glad he's frozen in there and that we're out here as we watch a bit of Scooby-Doo media. I'm Rob,
And I'm Katie.
and today we'll be watching Jeepers, It's the Creeper,
Oh,
episode 21 of Scooby-Doo Where Are You?
this is gonna be a good one,
I
guys.
know,
This is one of my favorites.
we're down to the final 5.
Final five. Ooh, we're getting some good ones here.
Yes.
And maybe not such a good one. One of them probably is gonna be my least favorite. So I wonder which one that is. You know?
Probably the one that, oh, okay, out of the 5 we have left, counting this one,
Uh-huh.
there's 2 that I actually alternate on how often I forget about them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
And I'm not going to say which ones those are.
And you're not. Okay. Well, hopefully one of them isn't a special one that we have coming up, within a couple weeks that's special.
If you're thinking of the werewolf, though, I always remember the second werewolf
Good.
one.
All right. Good. At least we got that established.
Yes. For those who aren't familiar with the episodes coming up, I will give the vague hints that one of them is, I believe, the only season 2 episode without a musical chase scene.
I think I know which one you're
And the other one is the one with the bedsheet ghost.
Bedsheet ghost.
Yes. The ghost that is literally just a bedsheet.
That says literally just a bedsheet. Huh.
I mean, intentionally vague for the listeners who don't know what's coming up.
Vagueness. We don't need that, but apparently it might be someone who haven't seen it, but yet I don't get how people haven't seen these episodes. Huh.
I don't know, we could have young kids listening.
Trying to think which one you're talking about. Are you talking about the one that has the bedsheet over like a hot air balloon? Are you seriously saying that one? You forgot. That's a good one.
And
That's
it is a good one, but I don't know, because that's also one I had on a VHS tape growing up, and so it's like I don't know how it's like. Why is that one the second one that I often forget? Like, when I actively remember the other one, then that's the episode that I tend to forget about when trying to, when I'm not looking, it up.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why that is, because it's like,
I don't know either.
Like, this should have been one of the 7 that was, like, constantly burned into my brain because it was on one of the 2 VHS tapes of a total of 8 episodes, one of which was on both, so it's like 7 episodes that I saw all the time.
Exactly. Why?
Yet I always remember Spooky Space Kook because Shaggy and Scooby throw a key out the window and jump out the window to grab the key to unlock the door to run out the door.
It's like, why would you even, I mean, I know it's Scooby logic and all that, but why would you even think that, oh, we threw the key, oh, we gotta go back in and get it. You can't just, oh, we ran out the window, we're good, let's go. Nope, we gotta run all the way back and open the door, get all the stuff out of the way of the door.
Yeah.
Open the door and then leave, and then distract the Space Kook as we get out. I'm like, in real life, I don't really see that working. The Space Kook's gonna catch you by then.
Yeah.
Unless he's like really, 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 really slow.
I'm kind of curious how cumbersome his costume is.
Right? The movement again, does it make him bad at grabbing? Shout out to my uncle who notices that all the time.
I guess we'll find out this week.
Right?
When they take on the Creeper.
Oh, definitely the Creeper. Let's see where he ends up. He might not end up.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it should be a very enjoyable episode.
Yeah.
One of the best ones out there.
Yes. Any listeners, if you have any questions or comments for us, rules of engagement, go ahead, email us at scoobyzonepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, leave a comment.
We're very appreciative of the ones who have been commenting. Please continue to comment.
All those who have commented on previous episodes, thank you for those comments. And
yes, we love them.
Yes, we do.
Them. Continue, please.
Yeah. If you're active on Facebook, you can find us at the Scooby Zone. I know I haven't posted a lot of stuff on there. I'm really bad at
Uh-huh.
that, but
You might be.
I'm also hoping that if we get more followers on there,
Yep. We're
that'll
starting to
be
get more, so that's really
that'll
good.
be an
12
incentive
followers.
to,
Minus us would
post
be
more.
10.
Yeah.
You know?
So, you know, I guess instead of taking up more of you guys' time, we're
Nope.
gonna go ahead, we'll split up, look for clues, watch the episode. You can too.
Yep.
All of Scooby-Doo Where Are You is available
Mhm.
on DVD and Blu-ray. You can buy it digitally off of sites, or you can buy shows digitally, Amazon,
Mhm.
Fandango,
Yep.
I think Apple,
I think Apple would have it.
I think iTunes has it.
Probably.
Otherwise, as of right now, it is still available on Tubi.
Tubi. Yep.
We'll see how much that remains, because I think Warner Bros. Is getting bought out by Paramount or something like that.
Yeah, I
There's
heard about
some
that, so I don't know
acquisition going
what.
on there, so who knows what's gonna go
Yep.
on. But anyways, we're gonna go and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Mhm.
That was Jeepers, It's the Creeper.
And what a creepy episode it was.
It
I
was
mean,
more
it was a
silly
good
than
one. Yeah,
creepy.
more silly than creepy.
Creeper was kind of creepy.
That's what I meant. The creeper was kind of creepy, but he was entertaining
But
with
nobody,
some.
did Daphne ever say Jeepers?
I don't think so. Because she asked what that was, and she didn't know
Yeah.
what that was. Hmm.
Oh well.
Oh, well. Well, whatever.
All right, let's go ahead. We'll take this episode straight from the top now.
Yeah, straight from the top.
We
What?
open up with, you know, security guard, rent-a-cop driving his car. All, all of a sudden, there's a big log in the middle of the
Who
road,
would have put that there?
horizontally.
Horizontal.
He gets out of the car to push it out of the way
Mm-hmm.
when out of a bush comes a zombie-looking type guy.
A zombie looking type.
He does kind of look like a zombie.
He does, yeah, he does kind of look like a zombie.
I mean, it's either a zombie or he literally just looks like a creepy looking person.
He's probably more of a creepy looking guy than a zombie, but,
But, honestly, I could see where, he actually does look like a normal person.
Right, he does.
Like, we then cut to the mystery machine. The gang, they're on their way to a school barn dance.
Mm-hmm.
Daphne can't wait to get on the dance floor.
Nope.
Shaggy can't wait to get his hands on the buffet table.
That buffet table.
Just think, real chocolate covered corn on the cob.
Ugh, your stomach must be made of scrap iron.
Scooby's getting ready to put on the dog.
Yep, he's getting ready to put on the dog.
When all of a sudden they notice the security guard rent-a-cop leaning against the downed log. So they get out to help.
Mm-hmm.
He's all beat up.
Yep.
And it's at this point where we get an exterior shot of the mystery machine for a quick second or two.
Right.
And it's in a darker blue than its normal teal.
Right. I don't know how that would have been put there, or, how they made that mistake when it's always been that teal color versus. We're just noticing a lot about the Mystery Machine in all these recent episodes, aren't we?
It's
all different colors.
It's fun kind of noticing all of these different animation things that we just never picked up on.
No, we never did. I mean, back then we probably weren't watching it as closely. Well, we have to watch it a lot closer now for the podcast, but, I mean, we went from noticing like Shaggy sitting on a rock to turn his hair blonde to noticing the different colors of the Mystery Machine.
Yeah.
What did Fred forget?
No, it is very interesting. Now noticing these smaller details.
Right.
Granted, it's not small.
No, but it's still pretty noticeable. If you know what you're looking for.
When Shaggy's hair turns blonde, that's kind of really super
or when
noticeable.
It turned that orangish red too in the backstage rage. That was really weird. I've never seen that before.
That was super noticeable because Shaggy was talking at the time.
Right, it was the screen was focused on him versus it being
Yeah.
focused
Or
on
like when
something else.
Scooby's arm turns green in the mystery mask mix-up.
Right, there's
You
that
know?
too.
It's like, is a pure focus on that character, like,
Right,
but
yeah,
then,
so it
like,
makes it really
just the
weird.
mystery machine pulling up, like, yeah, not noticing, like, that
Not noticing that, I mean, ugh.
color shade. That's weird.
Yep, isn't it weird?
Yep. They get out to talk to the guard, find out what happens.
Yep,
That must have been some crazy wreck.
mhm.
There's not a scratch on the outside of the car, but the inside's all torn up.
You mean it's been ransacked?
Yeah.
Yep.
The guard hands Fred a piece of paper
Hmm,
and says, "The flame will tell. The creeper."
the creeper.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
The creeper.
the creeper. Who is this creeper anyway?
That's a good question.
Right.
And instead of taking the guard to, I don't know, a
A
hospital,
hospital?
you
Or to the
know,
cop or back to
or
the cop station?
yeah, or
Because he's a rent-a-cop, you take him
yeah,
back to the
or
sheriff's
some
office.
sort of, medical clinic
Right.
or anything,
Yep.
they take him to the bank president's house.
W w why would you even why would you it's nighttime, he's probably gonna be sleeping. Why are you taking him there? Why don't you take him to hospital? It's probably open right now. It's an
Yeah,
emergency thing. Why wouldn't you take him there? Why wouldn't you think about doing that?
that is a good question.
Isn't it a good question? I
If
thought so.
only there was somebody as a part of Mystery Inc. who was so
Mhm.
smart to think of that.
But apparently there wasn't.
But I'm starting to think that between all 5 of them,
Uh-huh.
they share one collective brain cell.
What collect and they're all different sides of the brain?
And so I don't know who had custody of the brain cell at that moment.
I don't know who did.
You know, Here I thought like they would have had at least 2 brain cells.
You
One
would
that bounced between Fred, Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby, and then one that just stayed with Velma. But
right? Well,
no, it must just be bouncing between all 5 of
it
them.
must be. Man,
That could be why Velma always tells the ghost to stop that.
that might be. Stop that or go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so we go to the bank president's house,
Yep.
Mr. Carswell,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "It's a good thing you brought the guard here."
It's a bad thing you brought the guard here.
He says it's a good thing.
But it's technically it's a bad thing. We
Yeah.
just don't realize it yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know the bank president was also a doctor.
I also didn't know he was something else too, but we'll figure that out later on.
They talk about like how, yeah, we got this piece of paper from him. He says the flame will tell the creeper. We
Hmm.
don't know what the creeper is.
We have no idea.
Well, the bank president tells him that, the creeper is an entity that's been robbing the bank recently. But the thing with the robberies is that the doors and windows, everything's locked up tighter than a drum.
Tighter than a drum.
So
Oh,
it's,
man.
mysterious like how it's been happening.
But it's a ghost.
The,
It can
the,
just go through walls.
the
He's a
creeper's a
phantom.
phantom.
Well, so what?
A
That's still it's a
phantom who can
ghost.
walk through walls.
Right, a phantom who can walk through walls. So he doesn't matter if the doors are locked up tighter than a drum. He
Yeah.
can still get in.
He
He'll
doesn't look
walk
like a
through
phantom.
walls. No, he doesn't. He looks more solid, doesn't he?
Yeah, like I said, he looks like a zombie.
He looks like a You said he looks like a person.
It's not, well, zombies are people.
Well, I don't know about that one.
They're dead people, but they're still people.
They're more dead than alive. They don't know how to be human anymore. Unless you want to talk about that way, too.
I mean, either way, does not look like you would expect a like.
No, that's
Let's
true.
see, what were the last phantoms that we had in Scooby-Doo?
The two
Shadows.
phantoms, and they look like ghosts.
They look like green ghosts. Yes.
Green ghosts who can turn your hand green when you
dance with them.
dance
As
with
you
them.
feed the piano.
As you feed the piano. Doing an Empire, doing a New Hope style. Stuck in a trash compactor.
Yes. But no time to figure that out now.
Nope, no time.
We have to get to the barn dance.
We do. Come on, let's go.
So we get to the barn dance.
Yep.
It's one groovy dance floor.
It is one groovy dance floor.
If only Shaggy would dance on that instead of Velma's feet.
Only, and then go dance with
And then,
Scooby.
Scooby cuts in.
Yep.
So, Velma gets stood up for a dog.
Well, she's been a wallflower before, but this is ridiculous.
Shaggy and Scoob dance over to the buffet table. Shaggy gets his chocolate-covered corn on the cob.
Yep.
Which he just puts down his throat and pulls it back up completely clean.
How is that even possible? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, it's
little weird.
It is.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's how I would want to eat a corn on the cob.
No.
You gotta have it with butter. I don't think chocolate syrup would work. You gotta have it with butter. I think butter.
Yeah.
Butter will make it taste better.
I mean,
you need butter. I can't believe it's not
can't
butter.
Help that
I got you on that one.
Yeah. It's not our fault. Shaggy's first toy was a garbage disposal.
No, I suppose it's not. So that makes him eat things differently than us, I suppose.
Yeah, what was it in the clue for Scooby-Doo? Was it like chocolate-covered hot dogs or something?
I think so. Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe he just likes chocolate.
Maybe he just, chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's where his stomach is made of scrap iron.
Yep. But, we cut outside and the creeper cuts the power to the barn. Everyone freaks out.
Well, yeah.
A creepy barn is no fun in the dark.
No, why would it be fun in the dark?
Right.
Why would it be fun in the dark?
So they decide they're going to go continue the party over at the malt shop.
Yep.
Everyone else leaves. Shay and Scoob are cleaning up the buffet table as expertly as they can.
Well, yeah, they're experts in eating, so yeah, they'd be experts in cleaning the table.
They decide they're going to dump the paper plates and the box of paper plates by that creepy-looking scarecrow.
Right. Didn't he call it ugly old scarecrow? Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was ugly old scarecrow.
I think creepy fits it more better.
I think it does. Yeah, you got a point. I think
turns out it's not a scarecrow, you guys. It's the creeper.
The creeper? Oh, no. Now we know what he looks like. That could be a problem.
Shaggy and Scooby toss a box up in the air. Don't know what they were expecting to come out, because the box ends up on top of them.
Yes, how does that
But they managed to run into a pile of hay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Knocking over Velma in the process. Velma loses her glasses.
Yeah,
so
she got knocked down pretty rough.
Yeah,
there.
so we can go ahead, take a drink for Velma losing her glasses.
Yep, we could take a drink. And there he actually goes, taking a drink. Uh-huh. Yep.
All the talking, you gotta keep your throat hydrated.
That is true. But this time, this is the first time Velma's actually been able to find her glasses and put them back on.
Yes.
So
unfortunately, she does not find them before Daphne and Fred see the creeper.
Right.
And Fred says to run.
Yep.
And they jump into the pile of hay with Shag and Scooby.
Right.
So Velma asks, run from what?
Yep.
Gets her glasses on. Finds the creeper at the same height as her on her knees.
That's not weird or creepy. No.
And so she shuffles off on her knees into the hay pile.
That's gotta hurt. You gotta be burning.
In which we get the musical chase scene of the episode.
Yay, the musical chase
set to the song Daydreamer. Or as I like to call it, the ostrich song.
The ostrich song, yep. Uh-huh.
They are just running all around while in the pile of hay.
Yep.
In and out of a house.
Yep.
Into the side of a silo.
Yep.
Shag and Scooby stick their heads out of the hay pile.
Mm-hmm.
Fred and the girls show up at the top of the silo.
Yep.
Where the creeper shows up behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Fred tosses Shaggy the piece of paper.
That's an airplane.
Yep. Shaggy gets it, and then the creeper comes down. All while the creeper is saying combination of the words creeper and paper.
Yeah, it's a weird combination.
It's like, I feel like he's saying paper because otherwise, they wouldn't know that he's trying to get that blank piece of paper.
Right.
But it does come out very much like he's saying creeper.
Yeah.
like he's a Pokemon.
Right? Like he's a Pokemon, guys.
um, so yeah, I think it's all just a matter of context.
Might be. Yeah, sounds about right.
But they're still running away. Eventually they end up on horse-drawn cart.
Yep.
They're they're running off with it. They're being followed by the creeper on a horse.
Yep.
Eventually, because of all of the fast-moving speeds and jostling on rocks and whatnot,
Yep.
the horse that Shaggy and Scooby are kind of guiding gets detached from the wagon part.
Yep.
So Shaggy and Scoob end up separated from Fred and the girls.
Uh-huh.
Shaggy and Scoob, decide to hide with the chickens since they're chicken.
Right, where else would they hide?
Where we find out the creeper's just really dumb.
He is not very bright, is he?
Scanning the chicken coop,
Uh-huh.
you see Scooby sitting on a nest with just like a rubber glove on his head, acting like a chicken.
He's acting like a chicken,
So
so
it doesn't think like, hey, why
maybe
is the
he can't
dog...
see very well. Maybe he was maybe he can't see very well.
Maybe.
Maybe he's blind and he's
maybe he just saw Scooby's like, well, the dog's not going to have the piece of paper.
Yeah, he didn't see the dog. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. So he leaves.
Yep.
Find out that Shaggy was hiding under the nest that Scooby was sitting on, in which, the egg Scooby was on then starts to hatch. So we get a little baby chick.
Yay.
Thinks Scooby hits mom.
Yeah.
Shaggy tells Scooby to set him straight.
Of course.
And what do you know? Now the chick thinks he's a dog.
Oh, great. Now the chick thinks he's a dog.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep. Real good job there, guys. Real good job making the chicken believe it's a dog. Well, the dog believes he's a chicken, so it makes sense that a chicken would believe it's a dog, right? You have your first mini Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
we'll get to that. Okay. All right.
We, after we briefly cut back to Fred and the girls, on their way trying to find Shaggy and Scooby, where they find a fancy car hidden in the woods. Nothing unusual about the car other than there's torn up film negative in the bottom of it.
Okay.
Don't know what that's about, because then we cut back to Shaggy, Scooby, and the chicken.
Yep.
Baby chicken.
Baby chicken. Yep.
They hear the creeper, they hide behind some bushes.
Yep.
Shaggy's telling the chick to be quiet. And what does the chick do?
He walks around and goes and barks at the creeper.
Yep.
Maybe he's saying puppy power. He's barking at
Scooby then runs out, picks up the baby chick,
starts to control
swings it in his arm,
swings it in his
kicks
arm.
the creeper. They run off.
What is it with all of them kicking him in the shin or the knee? Like, he's getting kicked a lot.
Know.
They really keep kicking him.
Yeah.
That's villain abuse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Eventually, we briefly cut to Fred and the girls. They hear some sounds coming. They hide behind some trees.
Uh-huh.
And when Fred gives a signal, they'll jump out and, tackle the creeper.
Okay.
Well,
it's not the creeper, is it?
I mean, we know who's back there on, but whose side are they on?
I know, that's so...
Because it turns out that it wasn't the creeper.
No.
It was Shaggy and Scooby.
It was just... Correction. We've got Shaggy and Scooby.
Who did they think they were running from? The baby chick?
Maybe they were, because it kept saying puppy power.
They then notice footprints. That they decide to follow.
Yep.
Leads to a rolled up plank bridge.
Oh, darn.
That leads to a cave.
But they can't get in. It's all, what a shame. It's all rolled up. Shaggy's expertise, it's all been rolled up for the night.
Well, they're going to have Scooby climb across the ropes to unroll it.
How are they going to do that?
They give him a Scooby snack.
But he doesn't get the Scooby snack.
No, it gets eaten by the baby chick.
Who thinks he's a dog?
But a deal's a deal. So
I guess. So
because the Scooby snack was eaten, Scooby has to do it.
No matter...
Doesn't matter that Scooby didn't get the snack he was promised.
No, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Thanks, Velma.
I would sit there. Oh, it's Fred who gave him the.
Fred gave him the snack, but Velma pointed out a deal's a deal.
That is true. Yeah, I would have fought against that. Like, no, I'm not going until I get my Scooby
Yeah.
sack because that's my part of the deal. Oh, my chicken's got it. Doesn't matter.
You know, the cave does not belong to the creeper.
It doesn't.
Well, as of right now, from what we're told, it doesn't. It belongs to the Hermit of the Hills.
Ah, that's right. The old
and
Hermit of
his,
the Hills.
squirrel stew with pickled bat wings and
crab roost, whatever that is.
something. Either way, it is not tasty. Shaggy does not like it.
That's kind of hard to believe because they'll eat practically, but then he's on a strict squirrel-free diet.
Yep.
So he can't eat that.
Yep. So they run out and leave. The Hermit's yelling at them to come back.
Why? Why would it? You don't get any other screen time. Why would it matter if you... I don't know why he's so upset.
Basically... He's set up to, I don't know, it's to imply he's the creeper. Fred's pretty sure that he is.
Right, yeah, exactly.
From what we know of what the creeper does, is I can't believe that.
Right. Yeah. Definitely not.
But, they decide, they're just gonna leave,
Yep.
And who's in the mystery machine? The creeper.
The creeper. How do they not know that when Fred has his hand really right on the handle, he's gonna pull it open? How do they not know that it's the creeper?
Yeah,
how do they not see that? How does Fred not notice that? With how protective he gets over the mystery machine, how does he not notice that something's sitting in his seat, in his spot, since he's usually the driver? How does he not notice that? The windows aren't tinted or anything, I mean, unless it's that big shock, but you'd think you'd react and see that first before that even happens, but I don't know. I don't get it.
Yep.
I don't understand. I don't compute.
Anyways, there's some running around shenanigans that ensue.
Yep.
Velma's stopped by the creeper, says, "You wouldn't hit somebody with glasses, would you?" Creeper takes Velma's glasses, and Velma kicks him.
I think
gets her glasses back.
Yep, I think she said it wrong. She should have said, "You wouldn't hit a woman with glasses, would you?" Because how that was back then, you couldn't hit a woman with it didn't matter if the person had glasses or not. It's a woman, you can't hit them. That makes the guy look very weak. So she should have phrased it differently.
Yeah, because I don't recall seeing the creeper because we then see him chase after Shaggy. Shaggy's got a barrel over him.
Right.
And then he comes back on top of the barrel.
Right.
Doesn't
Scooby go in on a pitchfork too?
Yep.
He comes hopping
in. And we see Fred running. Fred trips.
Yep.
And accidentally flings the creeper forward.
Whoops.
Fred does apologize.
Oh, sorry about that.
But the creeper doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He goes.
I don't think we see Daphne.
No.
Or if we did, it was something
I think she's
really
just running with them or whatever, running in the barn scene again.
And then we get a quick Scooby-Dooby doors scene where they're running through different barn stalls.
Yep.
It's a pretty straightforward one. We see them running from right side of the screen to the left.
Yep.
And then they're up a section going from the left to the right up to the higher.
Right, up to the loft probably or whatever you want.
Where they end up falling into a big pile of hay. Shaggy's told to do something. So he ends up starting the baler.
Yep. The chicken tells Scooby
to turn on the hay baler.
Yep.
And
Scooby just listens. Sure, what's the worst thing that could happen?
And they all come out in hay bales.
Yep.
Luckily their heads are out, so
they probably had to make it that way.
So they're able to, Scooby's able to unmask the creeper.
Yep.
And who does it turn out to be?
Who?
Mr. Carswell, the bank president.
It's not the Hermit of the Hills?
Nope. He literally just existed to be a red herring.
Just to be a red herring.
But not the red herring.
Not the red herring, though. Maybe it's his grandfather or something.
Yeah, we never find out whatever
Well,
happens
because
to Red
Fred is
Herring.
so adamant on him being the creeper. Like, he's so adamant on Red Herring being the villain for that episode. So maybe that's
Is this
do
where
you just see that?
is this where it circularly
This is
starts?
where it starts?
Even
'Cause
though the
it
pup named Scooby-Doo is technically a prequel series?
well, technically, but yet, maybe it's Red Herring when he's older. Maybe
Maybe.
becomes a hermit of the hills.
When he's well, because what? He'd be the same age as them. He becomes a hermit as a teenager.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take that long for your hair to get a different color, so, maybe he
All that
had
stress from Fred blaming him.
might be stressed from Red blaming him off.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
well, basically, what was going on was because the bank president was last to leave at the end of the day.
Mhm.
He'd stuff his briefcase full of money,
Huh.
lock everything up,
Mhm.
and then later he'd return dressed as the creeper to make it look like the creeper was robbing the bank.
Ah, okay.
But the security guard was too smart for that.
Oh, we have a brain involved now?
And
The
secretly,
cop is has a
yeah,
brain?
yep, he secretly installed an infrared camera
Okay.
that took a picture
Mhm.
that, when held up to a heat source, would reveal and develop the photo.
It would reveal the creeper?
Yep, so Velma lights a match.
Ah.
They, hold a paper over it and move it back and forth, and yep,
Uh-huh.
we get a picture of the bank president stealing the money.
Well, I'll be.
Yep. He says that he would have gotten away if it weren't for those blasted meddling kids.
He said the line, but he added something extra into
Yep.
it.
And, we wrap things up. We're going to creep on down to the malt shop.
Yeah, let's creep on down to the
But
malt shop.
first, Scooby has to take back the baby chick,
Yep.
which he does.
Yep, he does.
Baby chick decides to stay with its chicken mom,
Mhm.
not his chicken dad.
His chicken dog dad.
And as Scooby's walking out, what happens?
More baby chicks start hatching.
Yep. They all see Scooby.
He's
There
a
we go
mother hen.
again.
He comes a mother hen all over again.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we end.
That's where we end the episode, guys. Pretty good episode.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty straightforward.
Also pretty short, too.
Yeah.
And again, I think a lot of that is we are in one central location for the entire thing.
We're not moving around so much.
They aren't split up as much for investigative purposes.
Right.
They're split up for narrative reasons.
Right. Yep.
But it's not like, Fred, yeah, we'll split up. Like, you guys go this way, we'll go that way.
Yep.
And yeah, without that, they're basically, it's just Shake and Scoob that are being followed by the creeper. Even though Fred's the one with the paper at that point.
Right. So why was it? Well, then like we discussed, the creeper isn't very bright, so maybe he doesn't know who has it.
Right.
So he's going after all of them, but he picks Shaggy and Scooby the most.
Yeah. So.
Whatever.
Yep. So, we can add another Scooby snack to the Scooby snack intake for the episode.
Let's add another Scooby snack.
So we are at
180.
Total of 189 Scooby snacks.
Uh-huh.
1 Shaggy snack and 1 hero sandwich.
Yay.
Which I think then gives us a grand total
Uh-huh.
We are averaging 9 Scooby snacks per episode right now.
Wow, so that's even more.
Yeah, and I thought when we did the math last week before, I thought we averaged, even if we got no more Scooby snacks from that week's episode, I thought it was still averaging, close to 7.
Right.
Over the proposed 6.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I'll take out all of the boxes and half boxes we've added on and just...
Right. To see what that equals at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see how I feel like doing that math.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how you want to do that. Yeah, exactly.
So, what do we want to put on first? The failure files, the manifest
sure,
monsters.
Let's change it up and go to the failure files.
All right. So, moving to the Fred Jones failure file.
Yeah.
At number 20, we have the tapestry.
22.
22 is the tapestry.
22 is the
I
top.
can't read.
You
I
might
can't
not
read
be.
numbers
You
today.
can't do that. Okay, all right.
At 21, we've got the giant slide.
Giant slide.
At 20, we have the giant clam.
Yeah.
Lots of giant things.
Right.
19, we've got the instant suds.
Instant suds.
18, we've got the dogs.
Yep.
17, we've got the biplane jousting.
Yep.
16, we've got Scooby Strikes Back.
Yeah.
At 15, we've got the fake train.
Yep.
14, we have a drum and tuba.
Mm-hmm.
13, we've got the wind tunnel.
Yep.
12, we've got the crate and giant magnet.
Yeah.
11, we've got the normal size mirror. 10, we've got the giant snowball.
Yay, giant
Again,
snowball.
more giant things.
Right. Yep.
9, we've got lawnmower basketball.
Nice.
8, we've got the automatic pogo stick.
It's a jackhammer.
7, we've got the chandelier.
Yep.
6, we have the special effects.
Right.
5, we've got the trick trap.
A trick trap.
4, we've got the better mouse trap.
Yep.
3, we've got the rocket train.
The rocket train. Yep.
2, we've got the flying washing machine.
Oh, the flying one.
And the best trap so far has
Best.
been the money pit.
The money pit. Yep. Oh, boy.
So, where would we put the hay baler?
I mean,
I kind of have a rough idea of where I want to put it.
Okay.
Because it is simply just Scooby flipping on a hay baler. I think it's on the bottom half.
Okay. Okay.
Because that seems to be where a lot of, like,
The simpler traps go.
the simpler traps, like, this is just what was lying around.
Right. We're just using it.
That I think,
Mm-hmm.
I almost think between the crate and magnet, which would have worked if not for sabotage.
Right.
Well, the crate would have worked if they had known what they were dealing with.
Right.
And the magnet would have worked had that not been sabotaged.
Right. So you're saying between.
I think between the crate and magnet and the wind tunnel.
Okay. I can work with that because that sounds like, yeah, if it. If you can type today, mister.
Nope.
Okay. You chicken pecking over there.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Now, over to the Manifest of Monsters.
Yay, the Manifest of Monsters.
All right. At 24, we've got Frankenstein's monster.
Yay.
At 23, we have the Ape Man.
Yep.
22 is the Caveman.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
21, we've got the Fortune Teller Man.
The Fortune Teller Man, right?
I had to put that in there because we had Ape Man, Caveman.
Right? Well, it was a girl until all of a sudden somehow the voice changed. I thought that was a little peculiar. I'm like, wait a minute, it just became a boy. That's weird.
20, we've got the Vasquez Castle Ghost.
Yep.
19, we have the Witch.
Right.
18, we've got the Black Knight.
Yep.
17, we've got the Mummy.
Uh-huh.
16, we've got the Minor 49er.
Yep.
15, we have the Indian Witch Doctor. 14, we have Captain Cutler.
Yep.
13, we have the Werewolf.
Yep.
12, we have Charlie the Robot.
Right.
11, we have the Ghost Clown.
Yep.
10, we have Redbeard.
Right.
9, we have Pietro the Puppet Master, also known as the Cloaked Cavalier.
Uh-huh.
8, we have the Franken Castle Vampire.
Yep.
7, we have the Space Kook.
Mm-hmm.
6, we have the Zombie.
Right.
5, we have Mr. Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
4, we have the Snow Ghost.
Yep.
3, we have Zentuo and the Scare Pair.
You said it right this time. Good job.
Oh, yeah, because we're not doing that episode where
right, where you have to
wrong.
make it say it wrong. Uh-huh. Yep.
2, we have the Ghost of Elias Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
And at number 1, we have the Phantom Shadows.
Right.
So where should we put the Creeper?
Oh, man. I mean, he does manage to catch the rent. He does manage to knock
definitely, well, I will say he's definitely top half of the list.
Okay.
You know, design-wise, he does seem a little simple,
Right.
but he also has a weight of iconicness to him.
Right. Very much.
Um,
Yes.
he's one of a handful, probably more than a handful if I'm being
Mhm.
honest, but I'd have to look at a lot of later Scooby series and other
Right.
things that I don't have off the top of my head. I
Right.
know he shows up in the Scooby-Doo and Guess Who episode that features the Flash,
Yep.
which is one of the only episodes of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who that I've actually watched.
Oh, wow.
I know of
Okay.
other episodes in that series, like, I know
Yep.
there is a Batman episode with
There
Kevin Conroy's
is.
Batman. I
Uh-huh.
know there's a Wonder Woman episode.
There's also the Hex Girls are in an episode too.
Yes, the
Yep.
Hex Girls, I think Bill
Mhm.
Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds
I
about
think
right.
Sandy Duncan has another episode in
Yep.
that series as
Mhm.
but yeah, I know because I've seen the Flash one,
Yep.
being a fan of the
The
Flash.
Flush. The Flush. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that one, and I know, the Creeper
Mhm.
is actually the only monster from Scooby-Doo Where Are You?
Mhm.
To show up in Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
That is true.
All the other quote unquote classic monsters
Yep.
that show up
Mhm.
in that movie towards the
Yep.
end,
Mhm.
out of the 5, 4 of them are from the Scooby-Doo show.
Right. Yep.
Now, I would have to do a little more looking
Mhm.
because I know, like, there's a good chunk of Scooby-Doo show episodes that are often labeled as season 3 of
All
Where
the
Are
lost
You?
episodes. Yeah.
I would have to take a look to see how
Right.
many of those episodes,
Mhm.
but, like, I know Gator Ghoul was the Scooby-Doo show.
Right. The tar
Um,
monster. The tar monster was in there. The Jaguaro was in
yeah, it
there.
was Iron Face in that last or is he
He
fr
is. No, he is in the. Yeah, no, he is in there.
okay, so
3 of them.
that is interesting.
Right.
So depending on how you wanna take a
Uh-huh.
look at that,
Right.
that either means the Creeper is the only Where Are You monster,
Mhm.
or Gator Ghoul is the only Scooby-Doo show monster.
Right. Yeah, however you wanna look
Both
at
of which
that.
I think are interesting monsters,
Right, they
you
both
know?
are. Yep.
So I think design-wise, he's iconic,
Right, he's definitely iconic.
and he was definitely one of the ones that I was surprised
Mhm.
wasn't used for Scooby-Doo 2.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely.
for sure, we'll have to really pay attention when we watch through that movie for the podcast to see how many monsters we can pick out in the
Right.
museum.
How many of them make an appearance type of thing?
Because obviously, like, we know that there are monster costumes in the museum that don't get turned into monsters.
Right, they don't get hit or they don't
Because
get put in time
yeah,
to
because
get created or whatever.
because like Chickenstein is a monster costume we see from a pup named Scooby-Doo,
Mhm.
but yeah, he doesn't turn into a real monster.
No.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if what
If
other
he
ones are
ma
there.
yeah, which ones
Um,
do. Yep.
so he beats up the bank guard off screen
Right.
and does steal Velma's glasses.
Right.
So that almost kind of already puts him in the top half of the top half of the list.
Right, the top half of the top
Um,
half. I
but
mean,
but at the same, because like I don't know if I like the Creeper more than Zombie.
well, do you wanna put him at the lower part of the top
Um,
half? Like,
trying to,
cause you
because
say he's not you wanna put him above the zombie,
but like at the
we're
same time, like
below. Zombie only gets reused well, he gets reused a couple more times and other
yeah,
things, but he's not as iconic as the Creeper. But then you have your space kook in there too. That makes it a little more difficult to figure out the
No, and
pudding.
that's the thing is like some of these that I do know that have shown up later in things have been put down lower on the list.
Right.
Like honestly, like looking at this top part of the list, like we know the
Right.
zombie shows up in Scooby-Doo 2.
Right.
Everything else above that doesn't.
Right.
I know the Ghost of Elias Kingston
Right.
shows up in Be Cool Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
I know the Phantom Shadows, not counting Scooby Natural, they are also referenced in the Scooby-Doo movie Frank and Creepy,
Okay.
along with Redbeard and Iron Face and I think it's Mamba Wamba.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, because it's like, I mean, I like Creeper more than,
Zombie.
yeah.
I mean, do you want to
I,
put him above the zombie and below Mr. Hyde? Is that what you're telling me?
oh, because it's like, the sad thing is like all of these top half ones like manage to grab people from Mystery
Right.
Inc.
Yep.
Creeper does not do that.
No, I suppose not.
But I
But
also like,
Space Kook doesn't grab anyone
yeah,
from the. So you want to put him below zombie and
I
above the
think that would
Space
be
Kook?
fair, even though I do like Creeper more than I like a lot of this top half of the list.
Yeah. But since he doesn't do what they all
Yeah.
do, and the Phantom Shadow grabs all the guests but Scooby, so that puts them up there already because they grab 4 of them off screen.
Yep. So right there at number 7, we have the Creeper. All right. I guess now that brings us to how many snacks do we think this one brings to the table?
Oh, I know my number, but that's my own biased opinion. That's my own biased opinion.
Yes, because we haven't learned already.
This has always been.
Because this one because we haven't learned from this podcast previously how much our biases can affect the numbers.
Well, of course, this is like one of the most iconic episodes.
So I already, without saying what number I think you're thinking of, because I'm pretty sure I know. I'm going to. I'm going to talk about my thoughts.
Okay.
And come up with my idea.
Your idea, your number. We'll see how well they match up.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, this one was iconic enough it got onto Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mysteries VHS.
Yep. And that's how we watched it today.
Yes.
We bought VHS tape back.
The musical chase song is the most out there one yet.
It definitely
is. The fact that its first lines are, "I'm in love with an ostrich." All the neighbors complaining.
All the neighbors complaining about, but they don't understand.
So, like, the chase on is just the most ridiculous thing.
But it's awesome because it's just such a weird.
We get Velma losing her glasses.
We do.
We get the equivalent of the Scooby-Dooby doors.
Yep.
We get Baby Chick thinks it's a dog.
Yes, we do.
Despite the fact it's trying to act like Scrappy for a little bit.
Right, that's also iconic in itself, too.
We get a weird food combination.
Yes, we do get that, don't we?
I would honestly say, while I personally think that it could have used a bit more of classic Scooby humor, like throwing the key out the window, jumping out to grab the key and then unlocking the door to run back out. There is still some good Scooby humor in here.
There is. I mean, Scooby, everyone seems to
very
want
poor
to
chick
kick.
in disguise.
Right.
One-on-one chases with the Creeper that
Doesn't
because of
end well
shenanigans does not end well for Creeper.
Nope. He seems to be getting
no super ridiculous trap.
No.
Just like a trap of convenience.
Right.
But again, works.
Yep.
I do think this one does deserve to get a 5.
Well, good. I'm glad you're in agreement with me that it should get a 5 because
Um,
it is a very good episode.
because it's like I said, like, I think the episodes that we give 5s to
Right.
are those episodes where it's like, yeah, this episode is a must watch.
Mhm.
Like, if you've
Right.
never,
Watch
for
the
whatever
show.
reason,
Right.
ever seen Scooby-Doo,
Yep.
like, I do think, like, these are the episodes that, like, are the best episodes to watch.
Right.
Just,
Exactly.
to gauge whether or not
Mhm.
you will enjoy this cartoon.
Right.
And it's like where I don't think
Uh-huh.
on paper Spooky Space Kook
Mhm.
is above this episode
Okay.
in terms of like what would I introduce a
Right.
kid to
Mhm.
first.
Yep.
I think it's all a matter of how like how well could they handle some of the more designs.
Right.
Like I think Space Kook has a creepier design to
Right.
it.
I think so too.
Um
Yep.
so I would almost probably say maybe this one over Space Kook,
Really? Your favorite
depending
one?
on the age of the kid, like on how
Right.
well,
Yep.
like if, you know, because I think, there are a couple of just nuanced differences that could,
Right.
because everything's subjective.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, this is what, I don't know how many we've given 5s to. I will have to
Right. I don't remember
comb
that
through the
either.
information but yeah, it's weird. Like there have been a couple of episodes that have been given 5s lately.
There have been. Well, because we're getting to the really good ones, and the ones that
Yeah.
have the chase scenes are getting even some before, the magical chase scenes
Yes.
are getting 5s, or the magical music scenes, I suppose I should
Yeah.
say. But I mean they're they're getting to be the better I mean, not saying some of the ones before weren't better, but we're starting to get to the point where they really did a lot of good work on a lot of these later
Yeah.
episodes. They did a lot more work on them. Add a lot more of the
Exactly.
put more of the classic that we remember growing up.
Yeah.
That
And
apparently weren't in previous episodes. All of a sudden, now we're getting them.
You know what's really weird?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it
Yep.
is I can't think of any musical chase scenes in the Scooby-Doo
Mm-hmm.
show.
No, there aren't any. I mean, we get everything else classical
Yeah.
with it, but we don't get the classic.
I don't know. Maybe
Trying to think
I think
what.
maybe only 1 or 2 episodes of the new Scooby movies might have it.
Right.
And I think that's only because of
Whoever they're with, right?
yeah.
But then we get all that again in the pup named Scooby-Doo. We get a lot more music chase scenes
The budget for a pup named Scooby-Doo
I
must have been
know.
insane because it's like
It was so
every episode
awesome.
had its own original chase music about the
That was
monster.
awesome. I mean, they went all out. Maybe they went all out for that, which really was
Yeah.
a reboot for the series
Yep.
because that they just brought
But
it back
then,
to the.
But yeah, and then what's new Scooby-Doo has the musical chases,
Oh yeah, they do.
which is, the more, that is,
Mm-hmm.
that series debuted while we were,
Growing up.
yeah,
So that's what we watched. I mean, yeah, we guarantee we watched a
we
lot of the
were,
other ones, but
we were, what, pre-teens, teenagers in that ballpark,
right, right. I mean, they had
'cause it was like
awesome songs in it, but they also had
Yeah.
awesome artists. They had Simple Plan in that. I mean, Simple Plan is in every episode because of the iconic intro that they made. That bumped up their stardom.
Yeah.
I'm willing to
And the
bet
fact that
because of
they will
that.
still play that song in their live shows.
Oh, I've heard about
And
that.
inviting people that are dressed as
A Scooby.
or, Mystery
Part of
Inc.
the gang.
characters up on
Right,
stage.
exactly.
Ah.
I mean, that would be like, we should definitely go see Simple Plan and then dress up as our
We should.
characters and see if they we should do that. Be like, hey, mystery, hey, the Scooby-Doo show is on, so Simple Plan.
Yes.
That would be awesome. We should definitely do that. We need to look at their tour schedule
Yes.
and see where they are. And if
we
they're
definitely should.
I think that would be awesome. That would definitely work pretty well there.
Yes. But I think
Oh.
that just about wraps up this mystery today.
I think it does too.
So,
Yep.
we'll be back next week
We will be, guys.
with
Haunted house hang up.
okay, I couldn't remember if that was
You
first or
couldn't.
if, the Tiki
It's
Scares
not the
No Fair.
tiki scare. Nope, that would be the one after that.
I'm sorry, you guys, I don't have the episode lists memorized.
Well, I have it in front of me, so that's definitely gonna help make it easier for us in that point.
Yes.
Definitely gonna have that there, you know, but all right.
Alright. So, yes, we'll be back
Yep.
next week with the haunted house hang up.
Yep.
So, until then, just remember,
Mhm.
they would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for those blasted meddling kids.